This just in, I'm awesome.
Sure. Whatever you got to tell yourself, buddy.
You should see Ashley's face right now.
I can't hide. I tried to hide.
I got no song this week, and our listeners probably happy for it.
Probably.
Probably happy for it.
Probably.
We're losing them. Can you continue?
Yes, I will. Guys, welcome to the Real Awkward Podcast. My name's Andy.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Ashley.
And today's episode is what we call 5 After 5.
Is that what we're calling it? 5 for fighting.
5 for 5.
Five finger death punch.
5 finger death punch.
5 below.
2 in the pink and 1
No.
in the
No.
Oh, okay.
No stinking.
All right. I'm shocked by that.
You're so proud. You're so proud of yourself.
Okay. So first, before we get into this, Amanda, we just watched a movie literally before we started here that I have to talk about for a second.
Okay. I'm
have
ready.
you seen Godzilla -1 yet?
No.
Man, duh. Okay. Listen, it's on Netflix. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
It's Frizzle. It is.
It's Frizzle? Excuse me?
Okay, it's not free. Well, we get it for free with our T-Mobile, right?
What is Frizzle?
Pay.
Free.
That's Andy trying to be cool.
Hey, Hizzle Bizzle.
Trying
You
to be
get
a big
your
boy in
Frizzle
front of his
Bizzle, my
friends.
Dizzle. You are my friends.
Okay. So it's on Netflix.
Okay, it's on Netflix. We watched it with the kids. Rim fell asleep because he does every movie. But it is a foreign film. Because we were watching it with the kids, we did put on English dubbing, which normally we wouldn't have done. But
Sure.
Dubbing was not bad.
the dubbing was not bad.
Dubbing usually really bothers me because it ruins the characters, but this one, not bad.
But before I start, this won Academy Award for Best Visual Effects. So
Is this just the next in the Godzilla? Okay.
nope, separate film, still the Godzilla lore, but it is a Japanese. Basically, there's been like 40 Godzilla movies,
Yeah.
maybe more. It's the 70th year of Godzilla, so they made a new one, Godzilla -1, and I actually looked it up. It means
I looked it up too.
Oh, okay. So now. Godzilla -1 means that Japan was already like reeling from its knees after the war. And then this monster comes and destroys their city after they already had atomic bombs dropped on them.
So basically,
right.
after the war, they were at 0,
Yep.
and then here comes Godzilla.
And then here comes Godzilla, like to make
Got
it even
it.
worse. And they like
Got it.
actually like the community comes together to like stop Godzilla. So like that storyline and then the independent plot point that's inside of it with these other characters is actually really, really well done. But
Yeah.
the Godzilla stuff is super cool. Like the way Godzilla uses the heat ray, the way that Godzilla like traverses the water and all of the destruction visual effects is incredible.
Isn't
But-
there also a newer Godzilla movie?
So there's Godzilla, King of Monsters, then there's Godzilla versus Kong, and now there's Godzilla
The new
X Kong.
the new Empire.
Yes. So first it was the Godzilla movie, then it was King Kong Skull Island, then it was
Yes.
Godzilla versus Kong.
Yes.
And then now there's Godzilla X Kong because the Godzilla versus Kong ended up being Godzilla's monster came out and Kong had to help, and now Kong has an enemy that Godzilla helps him with. So it's kind of cool to see those, but this has nothing to do with any of those films. This is literally like its own film,
Yes.
its own ball of yarn. But I will say, when it was all done, you stop for a second and you're like, dang, that movie was really good. And you don't really know why. And then you start to think about it a little bit more. You're like, character development was great. Storytelling was great. Twists were great. The actual Godzilla like tearing shit up was phenomenal. The way that the like humans tried to interact or fight with Godzilla was like really cool and promising. And I don't know, there's a section, and I don't want to spoil it, but like Godzilla bites a mine in the water, and then you get to see like this really cool like regeneration happen. Like it's awesome. So like,
Cool.
I will just say like this film is up there for me as a unique experience that I think a lot of people should just check out. And it's classic Godzilla, right? But it's like they just, I don't know, they did it right.
Sorry, go ahead, Ash.
What I said to Andy after it was finished is I really appreciated this movie that there wasn't a lot of noise. Like there wasn't a lot of like extra stuff thrown in that was unnecessary. It was very easy to follow. Like our 7-year-old could follow it. She enjoyed it. Like everything made sense, and it wasn't a lot of like extra fluff, which was really nice to watch.
Yeah, like the characters sit in their emotions. It's not like there's a huge like talking scene. Sometimes the characters just sit and like look off in the distance contemplating what they should do next, and it's like you feel it. Or
and you know what's going on. You're not like confused. Like
yeah.
It's
so
good.
if you it sounds a lot like The Host.
Oh, yeah, sure. I would put it there. Yep.
Ash, if you have never seen it, it's probably at least 10 or 12 years old now. But it's the same guy who did Parasite. He made a movie called The Host. And it's about a monster that comes out of the water and terrorizes a small village, a small group of people. Yep. There's not a lot of dialogue in the whole movie. There's really not.
I would parallel it with kind of that same feeling, but I will just say it being on Netflix now, if you get a chance to watch it, check it out.
Absolutely, I want to watch that.
It was good. But that's my 5 minutes.
Cool.
So, guys, our 5 after 5 is we talk about some bullshit or some fun or something that we did for 5 minutes, and then we get into some deep, thought-provoking questions. So today on Delilah, is that not right? Is that what it was?
Is Delilah regional?
I don't know. I don't know. If she's
know.
Across the nation or only in Washington.
Is she still even on Warm 106.9?
Sometimes you just need to take a breath and remember people love you.
I think Delilah's just a robot.
Probably. I can see that. Well, you know what? Why don't you hit me and Ash with some hard-hitting questions, and let's jump right into this, okay? Okay.
Mean Ash.
What? I did?
Yeah.
Should that be your nickname, is Mean Ash?
Hit me and Ash.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's the first question.
Do it.
You apply to be a part of the Avengers, but you're rejected because your superpower is kind of boring. What is it?
Long period of silence.
That's yours? Man, you nailed it. You are good at that. Damn. Did you see how that was like longer than normal too? What a superpower. Dude, she's tomato red right now.
That was so
nice. She's tomato red right now.
Great superpower. You just make everything quiet for
just
way too
awkward
long.
silence. I'm good at awkward silence. Dude, I don't know. They'd probably be like, you've had too many slices of pizza, dude. Get it? Like, we gotta get out to the battle.
You're Pizza the Hut.
Oh, I would be Pizza
How is
the
that
Hut.
even a superpower?
Oh, I could down some pizza. I could do better in my 30s. Now that I'm in the 40s, I think I probably would shit myself immediately after like 5 or 6 slices.
No, as you get older, any person, you're like, oof, I got one more piece, and then I'm up with acid reflux all night. Oof, that cheese.
Well, and I just like, dude, I got these Little Caesars bites the other day. So my boss bought us lunch, and so we're eating those like Caesar's pucks. Have you had those yet? Yeah. The problem is you bite into them and it squirts grease out the other fucking side. So I just have these fat kid grease drippings down me for the rest of my shift on my shirt. And I was like, hey, welcome to the video game place where I
also numb half your face.
Yeah, dude, freaking neck beard, grease droppings, gross.
Ew.
So, but I will say the Avengers be like, he's pretty good at that, but it's useless. What you got?
I'm sticking with the awkward silence.
Awkward silence is good. What about you, Amanda? What would you do?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I was thinking about it. Honestly, the only thing it reminds me of is like, you remember in Mystery Men where they're like interviewing new superheroes and they're all fucking lame.
Yes.
All I can think of is the Waffler, and it's like he just has like a waffle iron of crime, and it's like I don't know. Maybe like I'm like Edward Scissorhands, but the scissors on my hands are tiny little hair cutting shears.
Like this, she's like I can cut
sewing,
hair so
like
good.
sewing scissors.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like little manicurist scissors, like cuticle scissors, like.
They're like, get out.
You kind
Well,
of like cut a rope to like save someone, and it's just
like a string.
I'm almost there.
God, dude, these are really deep, thought-provoking questions here. Welcome to the Real
Who
Awkward
said they have to be
Podcast.
thought-provoking, bitch? You
No,
did.
that
it was
provoked my thoughts.
Oh, I get it. I'm provoked right now.
Okay.
Wait,
you
waiting
ready?
on you.
You ready to be provoked? I'm gonna give
Yes.
you one.
Uh-oh, I'm gonna cry.
What is your most embarrassing childhood memory?
Oh,
God.
bro.
I always hate this question.
No, I know this
Then
one
we don't have
very
to do
well.
it.
No,
well,
no,
okay.
no.
Don't
I know
tell
this
me
one
like.
well.
Here's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rephrase it.
Yep.
What is your most funny, embarrassing childhood story? Like one that you tell to laugh about it.
Okay, this one isn't on me though. Like it wasn't embarrassing for me, it was embarrassing for the other person, but I was embarrassed because I caused it. So we're in 8th grade and we're running around the gym. So right when you first start either weight training or physical education, we had a mat room where we were forced, they turn up the heat and we had to run around the mat room until we were all going to die. Well, this one girl decided to wear too baggy of sweatpants. And she's running in front of me. And if you guys don't know, I run like a duck where my feet are all over the place. I step on this girl's sweatpants and I pants her all the way down in front of everybody. And instead of helping her up, I just jump over her and I go, I'm so sorry. And I can see her trying to pull her pants up and everyone's like jumping over her. And I was like, this is the worst ever. And ever since then, I don't think she's ever talked to me again. I could not apologize to her enough. I said sorry again and again and again. I didn't know how to help because you're not going to grab her pants and help her pull them up. You're not right. So that was a very awkward situation.
What happened to that girl? Like in her
I don't
life?
know. She's still around. She's still out there.
Well,
But I
I'm
don't-
willing to imagine you're probably like her therapist, Bill.
I
like,
ruined. She's like, in 8th grade, this fat guy stepped on my
Oh,
sweatpants
probably
and ripped
not.
them
It
off.
probably has nothing to do with you, your physical appearance at all. It was probably he stepped on my pants. My pants came down in front of everyone, and then he just jumped over me.
What's funny is when somebody asks her the same question, she has the same story.
Yeah, she has
Yes.
the exact same story. It was just
hers is
embarrassing.
an
'cause it was
answer
like, I
to,
am so
why
sorry.
do you
I'm
drink?
so
Why do
sorry.
you drink?
I'm so sorry. It was my personal one. I pissed my cabin in the middle of the night in 5th grade at a camping retreat that our school had. I asked my camp counselor because he had to escort you to the bathroom, and it was like 2:00 in the morning, and it was freezing cold. And I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. He's like, just figure it out. Just do it. And I literally pissed myself right there, and I had to change my clothes outside so no one could see.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. That was me.
Okay, I hate this question because I never have an answer. Like, you know when they ask Hulk, like, how do you get angry? And he goes, I just stay angry.
yeah.
I'm just in a constant state of embarrassment.
That's
Fair.
fair.
So
That's
I don't,
fair.
I honestly don't remember my most embarrassing moments. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't.
true.
Yeah, well, because you're like, because I feel like me too. I'm like, how do I categorize them? Like, how
Exactly.
do I?
I don't hold on to them. Like, I just,
Yeah.
I'm
Do you ever do anything?
like,
like,
embarrassed by saying the wrong, like pronouncing a word wrong. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you've never like accidentally ran into someone, or you've never like when you were a kid, did you jump out of the clothes rack and scare the wrong lady and not your mom? Because I did that.
I mean, I held someone's hand, but like,
Oh yeah, right. You look up and you're like, wait,
it's
you're
not like
mine.
a scarring moment for me.
Right, that's fair.
No.
That's fair.
The one that the one that I joke about a lot. My mom likes to tell a different story because she thinks it's funny, but it ain't. But the one that I tell a lot because it actually is funny is I was little and my sister and my younger sister and I used to share a bedroom, and we had bunk beds, and I slept on the bottom, and she slept on the top. And one night, my mom was working late, and it was just my dad, and like it was like bedtime, so we all went to bed, and I wasn't feeling very good, and I just remember I climbed up the bunk bed to tell my sister that I was going to go downstairs and like talk to my dad and say that I didn't feel good, right? And I remember cuz like you go up the little ladder and her head's like right there, right? And so I climb up the ladder, and what I meant to say is, "Hey Amy, I'm going to go downstairs." What came out of my mouth was, "Hey Amy." Bleh.
Oh no.
all over her head and face. All over her pillow.
That seems intentional from the outside looking.
It was.
Hey, Amy.
It literally was just like.
Oh,
And
that's awful.
so then I just
That
remember
sucks.
she wakes up and it's just that really slow, like. So then I don't remember much else, but then all I know is my mom telling me the other side of the story is she gets home, obviously not too much later after this had happened. She gets home and I guess the whole house smells like puke.
Oh,
and
no.
me and Amy are in the bathtub.
Oh, yep.
So that's one to me
Sounds
that
about
like
right.
it's embarrassing, right? Because like I barfed on her face, but I was a little kid. Like it's funny now. I told Lincoln that
I'm
story.
surprised you don't call her Barf Face from now on.
Seriously.
This is terrible. What a nickname. All right, good. So bar face it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Ready for the next one?
Number 3.
Who's a fictional character you would hate to be sat next to on a long flight?
Ooh, fictional character.
Yeah.
Ooh. Hoofda. Oh, dude. No. That's not fictional. I would say Woody Allen, but that's a real person. I do not want to have to listen to any of his pitches or stories. Long, drawn out, not funny, quirky bullshit. Fictional though. I got nothing. What about you? Is there a fictional character you despise? Okay.
I mean, probably like any of Adam Sandler's characters.
Oh, you just be like,
God.
Ash would be like, I'm over it. Yeah, I'm over it.
Yeah,
That's fair.
that's a good answer. I would
Any
see.
Wes Anderson character, I'm out.
Oh, see,
I'm
they're
out.
weird.
Yeah.
They'll just sit there weirdly quiet.
Yeah,
Like-
I can't.
I
don't
see.
know.
My mind goes towards like animated characters, like who's
Oh.
annoying.
Well, yeah, Bugs Bunny would actually be
Tigger.
really annoying. Tigger.
Oh my god, that's a bad one. I was thinking like Iago from
Don't like
Aladdin.
Oh yeah, that could
Gilbert
be
Gottfried.
annoying.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if I can, or like the duck from Affleck. Like I don't know if I can
God,
hear
the
that.
whole time. Yeah, I could agree with that. I think Tigger's a good choice though. Yeah.
Because not only does he
Yep.
have a really heavy lisp,
Yep.
then he's bouncing all over the place.
Excuse me. Put your tray down.
Well, and he's so happy. You can't be like Tigger, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Look
take a
outside,
nap.
The clouds. You're just like, stop. Put your sunshade down. Okay.
Your thigh is touching mine.
Your tail. Okay. That was
Okay.
that was quick. Did you say yours?
I just said like
Tigger,
3
dog.
of them. What about you? You got any?
Okay.
No. Cartoons? No.
Okay. I think this next question makes 5. So
Does it?
This is number 4.
That's 4.
does it?
I only wrote down 4, but I thought I
No,
wrote
I didn't.
down 5, and now I'm sitting here awkwardly
Okay, fine.
with my
If-
friends. And
so-
now, okay.
Wait. So this next question makes 4.
Yes.
Pretty sure.
Yes. This next question, number 4.
I think it makes 5.
No, you. Look at her
Wait,
face.
do you delete the questions after you say them?
Oh no.
Okay,
Hold
wait.
on.
So
No.
we got to backtrack.
Okay.
Backtrack.
Okay. So first was like, what was the fictional character, and then were you embarrassed, and then the first one that we answered was
The Avengers one,
What would be your superpower, and that was it. That's all you've
and
done.
an embarrassing childhood story.
That was the thing I
Yeah.
said in the middle.
And then who
And
would you
then-
not want to sit next to?
Yeah, 3. So now you're
Okay,
on
fine.
4.
I thought it was 4. Anywho, okay, here's number 4.
Okay.
When I'm sure at some point we were all on Instant Messenger.
Yes. Yes.
What was your first screen name?
Ooh.
Or like the one that
Asher's?
sticks out in your mind the most?
It was Asher's something.
Ashers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I had the exact same thing through all of my MSN, whatever. It was Blue Dragon because I thought that was so cool.
So one of I still use one of them. just because I've had it
I
literally
don't
since I was younger.
understand where it came from.
And nobody can read it back to me.
yes, it's difficult.
But it's so okay. So when I was like a teenager, it was cool to like make your AOL screen name like song lyrics or like the name of a song. And then you would add like X's and O's in between to like break it up so you could read the different words. Or like if you had to like add some instead of adding numbers, you would add XO. So I was scrolling through my playlist to try to find like a good song to use as my screen name, and I came across Untitled.
Yep.
So that's what I made my screen name with X's and O's.
Isn't it like OX Untitled? Like
XO Untitled OX.
XO.
or-
XO.
Yeah, it's I
But
never
when people,
remember
I
it.
use it as my junk.
Yes,
So
you
like
do.
when people
You
try to
do.
like read it back to me, they're like Ox Untitled Ox. So I'm like, yeah, you just yeah. Yep, you got it.
yeah.
I was like 14. Like,
I seriously had Andy Case at Hotmail was my email address from the time I was 16 years old through forever.
To now.
through forever.
Andy's the only person left with a Hotmail address.
Yeah.
And you know what, everyone, you can go ahead and send him an email.
Oh, sure. I
because
won't look at it.
He won't check it.
It's been spammed for years, man. And I think it's gone through like 5 Microsoft revisions where they like wipe all the emails out and then do
Probably.
it again. So, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think mine, I know I had one before this, but the one that I remember is, I don't know why, but for a while in my life, everything was Bob Dole.
Oh, I remember
Like,
that. I remember
Everything
Bob
was
Dole.
Bob Dole.
I remember
And
Bob
everything
Dole.
was Bob Dole for like 10 or 12 years. Like, I don't know why.
That's funny.
Like that was my AIM screen name. That was everything for the longest time. And then I eventually changed it, but like that was my Hotmail was Bob Dole. Like I couldn't tell you
I
why.
love it. Honestly, one of my favorite things about when Andy plays online games is looking at everybody else's screen names because I'm
Yeah.
like curious how they came up with them.
Yeah, mine are I mean, so I used to be in a Halo clan when Halo 2 came out. It was like 7 of us. We called ourselves the 7 Deadly Sins because we thought we were so cool. And I was Gluttony, which is the 6th sin because I was the fat kid.
Oh, that's why you're the 6th sin.
That's why I'm 6th sin. Yeah.
You didn't know that?
I didn't.
Yeah. So that's why I'm the 6th sin. I remember Anthony was Rage, which was the first sin, right? Or was the first sin Pride?
I don't know.
I don't
But let's
remember.
be honest, you got the coolest one.
I got a cool one. Topher was Lust. He was the 4th sin or the
Yeah,
fifth
but like
sin.
Sixth
Yeah.
Sin sounds cool.
6th sin
Yeah.
did sound cool, and I've had
it
it.
sounds like
for-
a rock band.
I've had
Yeah.
it forever. That has been my Xbox screen name for what, freaking 15 years? 6th sin, I
Longer
think.
than
Yeah,
that.
it's been a long time. So, anyway,
Yeah,
there's
like-
the history.
And yeah, and then after Bob Dole, I changed mine to Whoa Amanda Rocks, and so it was that for a long time.
I remember that
And-
one.
Uh-huh.
And then now everything is Amanda Conda.
I
Everything's
like
been
Amanda Conda. That's my favorite
Yeah.
one you've done so
Yeah.
far, Amanda Conda.
That's what it's been for a really long time.
I like that one.
Yeah, the kids in Fortnite, like if I ever play Fortnite with people, they're like, Amanda Conda. I was like, okay, 5th or 6th question,
Oh, love it.
Depending
Okay.
on how you count.
depending on if I lost count or not. What's a conspiracy theory you kind of believe to be true?
Ooh.
I know we talked about it before, but that we didn't go to the moon.
Like, you believe that?
Yeah.
It seems it's one of those situations where I absolutely understand why it seems to be untrue. Like, because you know, a lot of conspiracy theories, you're like, you could waver one way or another, or you're like, maybe, but like everything seems to line up why we wouldn't have actually gone.
Mm-hmm.
And it blows
And-
my mind.
That's kind of how I did this in my brain of like, what are the ones that like, I'm okay believing it happened, or like I'm okay in the real story, but like part of me is also like, I could also work out how there's a conspiracy here. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
Excuse me. I think the moon's a big one. I kind of lean on that, which dang it. We did one of these 5 and I think I answered that.
That was one of the questions I
with
asked. Was, did we
you.
go to the moon? Yeah.
But I will say one of mine is what the fuck is up with Antarctica? Like, I feel like there's
I
some
did not think
shit-
you were going there.
I feel like there's some shit going down in Antarctica that none of us know. I don't
Why
know
not?
if it used to be like an actual civilization down there. I don't know if they're doing secret projects down there none of us know about. There's this video where this guy says there's all these secret Antarctica projects where they can like create earthquakes anywhere in the world due to like these like technical advances that they have down there, and they're doing all of this research that no one needs to know about. And I'm like, there's got to be some shit going down because no one's ever there and it's pretty secluded. So, and then there's the whole like, I'm not a flat earth earther, but I will say like the idea of there being an ice wall all around us that we can't get through, and there's like 50 more continents that we just can't reach, is really interesting to me. That would be super
I know
cool.
it's in Antarctica.
Ice.
The Fortress of Solitude.
That's not where
Got
Superman's
him.
fortress is.
That you know of.
Have you ever been there?
What do you know?
It's in Colorado. It's in the Rocky Mountains.
With cliffhanger.
Yes.
I think mine is I'm very like, I want to believe just about anything.
Yeah.
I think mine is that like the idea that the government is tracking you or knows everything about you at all times. Because
Yeah.
like, and they say like, oh, no, we're not tracking you. But it's like, yeah, you are. Like, you know
Well-
everything I do every day.
I actually agree with you, but not the government. I think it's literally just companies.
Oh,
Like,
no,
yeah,
and
for sure.
truly,
Yeah.
I think that it's companies that are data
Yeah.
mining and then they're just
Right.
selling it all to the government.
Yeah.
So, and I don't think it's necessarily to track sure, it's probably to track certain individuals,
Right.
but I think as a whole, it's like, I think it's someone's job to see what is happening and what,
Yeah.
like, almost like trend forecasting in a way.
Well, and that's just it. You can manipulate things if you know what the general population is saying
Yes.
all the time. Yep.
and,
I agree with that.
And I just think that, even just if you wanted to, like, how, people are like, oh, COVID, 5G chips, the government can track you. I don't know. To me, I think that's the craziest bullshit I've ever heard because they already are tracking us.
Yeah, we've had trackers in our pockets since frickin'
Forever.
1995 or whatever.
We have trackers in our vehicles.
Yes.
We have trackers
yes,
everywhere we go
yeah.
now.
But
Even
I will
if you-
say, sorry, go ahead, man.
No, you're fine. You have a, like, okay, let's even say, like, larger companies. You have a badge where you badge in and out of work.
Right. Yeah.
Like-
Yep. Well, you
So-
willingly give all your identification when you buy a phone, right? You willingly give all your identification when you get a vehicle. Like,
Yes.
I mean, there's no privacy. And then Edward Snowden already blew the whistle on us being tracked via phone records and stuff too. So it's like we know it was happening, but now, since the Patriot Act was signed, right after 9/11, it just opened the floodgates of anything and everything that can be looked at, spied upon. Like, I mean, how often are you talking about stuff and then all of a sudden you get a plethora of ads, right? Of
Yeah.
you're talking about camping and all of a sudden tents are popping up on the ads. So I think that happens a lot. Is the FBI spying on each individual person to see if you make a wrong move? No, but I think
I don't think so.
I think that if you like start to grow into the I don't know about this person category, 100% they'd be watching you. 100%.
I think it's funny the people that are
yeah.
like, I don't want to have like an echo in my house
yeah.
because
My
they're going to
parents
be
are like
listening
that.
to me and like stuff like that. And then they have a phone.
Oh,
You're on social
Yeah.
media.
Right.
You know what? You go
Yep.
to the store and you put in your phone number so they track everything that you're buying.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
everywhere you go has a rewards program where
Right.
you're basically telling them all of your trends, where you're going,
Yep.
what you're buying, how much you're spending, what you're spending on. Like all of your
Everything's out there.
everything you do day to day
all out there.
is out
Well, then-
there.
Yeah.
And then those same people probably also have home internet
Yeah.
where everything is being tracked.
Yeah.
I will say though, I'm definitely I'm not just throwing it to the wayside. I'm not just brushing it off my shoulder. Does it bug me that I don't have more control over that? Yes. Do I feel like I truly will never have control over changing any of that? Yes. So I have to just live my life.
Yeah.
And I ain't doing anything that would cause me issue anyway. It's the people that have probably done stuff that are like, oh, I don't want someone tracking me, that are worried about it. I'm like,
Right.
fine. You guys want to know when I take a shit? Fine.
But like Amanda said, like,
like
companies that are basically like tracking trends.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
you have some control over that, but you don't have control over the general population who isn't smart enough to be like, I'm not going to go with the trends.
Sure.
Right.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I can see that.
So yeah, you have no control over it.
I can
No.
see that. Yep.
Well, that's
yeah. That's about it.
5 for 5.
5 for 5. Johnny 5 is
You have a
alive.
5, people.
I was going to
Wow.
say a 5.
We went nuts. Amanda, where can people tell us your 5 questions were dumb?
I don't know where to tell people to do that.
Bob Dole at
You write it
gmail.com.
down.
Yeah.
You write it
My
down. and
old
put it in
email
your
address.
trash. AndyCase@hotmail.com.
hotmail.com.
Come check out our Instagram at Real Awkward Podcast. You can answer any of those questions if you would like to. And we also have a TikTok at Real Awkward Podcast. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/Real Awkward Podcast. $3 a month gets exclusive episodes. Also, our episodes are now on YouTube Music. You can listen to those there, and they will auto download versus some other streaming services that do not.
God, I hate it. I mean, I love that we're doing that. I just hate that they don't send you the stuff. Okay, thanks for listening.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hello, Real Awkward listeners. The Real Awkward podcast turns 3 this year. That's right, 3 years of fun, entertaining content for you guys, and we cannot do it without listeners like you. If you guys want to support the show, head over to patreon.com/Real Awkward Podcast. For $3 a month, that gets you access to exclusive shows, merchandise, and name shoutouts on the show. We also will take your suggestions for show topics. Thank you so much for 3 years, and we look forward to many more.